Yo, what's up guys, welcome back. So Cross-Banlist Cup 2024, finally. We've had a couple of weeks now, and the aim is to start, early March, so that's in like 2 weeks. So that's a lot of time, right, to finalize and set up the deck lists for the start. So pretty much the same concept as previous years. We, use deck lists, 32 deck lists, as you see here on the left side. That doesn't change or won't change. The thing is that I still want to keep both sections, while, the upper part here, again, on the left side of the bracket, the upper 16 deck lists are deck lists that I feel are more balanced, quote-unquote, well, balanced. More older decks, from the top of my head, Chaos, for example, Airblade Turbo being Stratos Turbo, DDT, right, from the old school days. So old school deck lists that are not strong enough to combat, battle it out against the more broken decks from nowadays or past couple of years, which, will be part of the bottom part. So the other 16 deck lists here in the bottom part of the left side of the bracket. So that doesn't change. It can be any decklist, I feel, going from the early 2000s to, I guess, 2024. We saw yesterday in the pilot episode where Ishizu tier Fire King Snake Eyes, which at this moment is pretty much the best deck in both TCG and OCG, and that's 2024. So again, there is no restrictions regarding dates or, timeline. Plus, let's not forget, and that's the thing, combining TCG with OCG, there are some exceptions where some deck lists, like for example Airblade Turbo with 3 Stratos, etc., we in the TCG kind of never witnessed this kind of deck or power. Then it's kind of okay, I feel, to incorporate OCG deck lists. Again, there might be other exceptions, but feel free to leave both. And that brings me with another, ruling or another discussion point, and that's Maxi. Most of the time, if we take a look at OCG deck lists, mainly the more recent ones, most of them are running, probably the maximum amount of Maxis, and keeping the format a little bit balanced, a little bit more fair. You know how broken Maxi is. We see it in Master Duel as well. So it depends, but again, feel free to suggest whatever, and we'll eventually see and take all feedback in consideration. Like always, side decks are definitely allowed. And another thing that caught my attention, again, has been part of my thought process past couple of years, is to adjust the side deck, but I feel I still want to, keep the heart and soul of the particular deck list that we pick, was suggested by the viewer here, from a potential regionals winner, YCS winner, a European Championship winner, or whatever, and keep the same side deck. Again, to keep the spirit and, I guess, heart of that particular deck. Sure, there might be some dead cards, but again, it kind of depends on the matchup that they'll take on in their, their own groups, and maybe even later the top 16 playoffs. Matches will still be best out of 5, so that means, a deck needs to win 3 out of 5 duels to eventually win the entire match. The group system, again, left side pretty much stays the same, while, again, as you see here on the right side, it's still a top 16 knockoff, right? Right side, 8 of the best decks from the upper part, eventually 8 of the best decks of the bottom part, and eventually, with a loser's bracket system, a deck here in the right side or on the right side is allowed to lose once, and, as always, it will move on to the left side, and it can still win the entire tournament for its, part, I guess. The same like last times. I think this is quite fair. So last but not least, this brings me with, I guess, the same problem like every year, is picking the deck lists. We saw yesterday with Ishizu tier and Fire King Snake Eyes that Ishizu tier is strong, really strong, might be probably the best deck ever in this game's history. So should we add that one to the Cross-Banlist Cup this year? Yes and no. The Challenger Appear series is still there. It will continue like last times. It might just be a Challenger Appears deck, but it again depends. So, short set. All the rules, we'll leave them in the video description. They are pretty much the same like last times. But again, feel free to suggest the deck list. Again, I'm really open to newer decks, other decks, ones that haven't been part of the Cross-Banlist Cup past couple of years. So, okay, guys, that's it. I'm looking forward to it, starting early March, somewhere like that. Okay, thanks for watching. Feel free to leave a like. If you enjoyed the video, leave them signing out. Peace.